Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about Anti Nade prioritization. Now I know it is fun to lob that nade across the map like it's 2012 and you're farming clips for your Call of Duty montage, but there's better ways to use that ability. Let's discuss the 3 rules you need to follow to improve your game and climb the ranks. I think it's best we start from the top. At number 3. Number 3 is survival. Boring. Terrible. Just awful. I mean, it's gotta be said though, right? If you're gonna die and you have to use your nade, guess what? You gotta use it. Now I know, this one is a gimme, but it's both necessary and incorrect. Your goal should be to never use your nade for self-healing. Especially now that supports all have self-healing, you gotta be pretty desperate before using this. Your nade is one of the most powerful tools in the game, and using it on yourself is never a good thing. However, in the big picture, your survival is number 1 priority, so it has to make the list. I understand, this is very conflicting and you may be confused, but guess what? It's okay, we'll get through it together. If you're gonna die, use the nade. Alright, moving on. Number 2 on the list. Number 2 is when enemies are scary. Yikes. Even the best players go up against scary enemies. And what I'm really trying to say here is sometimes the enemies get the upper hand. Maybe they're using abilities or ultimates that's going to do quite a bit of damage to your team. As a support, you should pay attention to the ability usage of an enemy team and when they get scary. When that happens, it's a good time to use your nade's healing capabilities on your teammates. Now this doesn't mean wait until your Reinhardt is about 1 HP and trying to hang on for dear life as Roadhog is using Whole Hog to pin him in a corner. No. This is where when you notice you can't quite keep up with the heals. And maybe you notice your teammates are about to go below half health. Or maybe you notice Bastion go into turret mode. Or maybe Symmetra has just been sitting in the back, farming something for about 2 minutes straight, so that she walks out with max charge. Paying attention to these little things, and getting the heal bonus on early will give your team the edge to stay in a fight, even when the enemy is a little bit scary. Alright, now for number 1 on the list, the best way to carry a game as Ana. Number 1 is single target or brawl. Kinda a 2 for 1 here, but it's my list, so I can do what I want. The number 1 rule to using the anti-nade is during the single target rundown or the team brawl. When your team is about to commence an attack, an all-out brawl will often take place. Everyone using all of their abilities to kill the enemy or to save their own teammates. Now when this brawl starts, if you're able to throw a nade that will apply a heal buff to your teammates and at the same time anti-heal the enemies, then you've done it. You've reached the mountaintop as an Ana player. Quite possibly the best feeling in Overwatch. Well, besides sleeping a Genji blade. Nothing beats sleeping those little blades. It's so nice to hit this nade. You maximize your nade and your team gets unbelievable value from this. It's almost an unlosable fight at that point. But I also understand certain character compositions make this scenario unlikely. And there's going to be times when you can't find opportunities for this. This is where the single target comes into play. You want to use your nade to single out 1 or 2 targets your team can quickly clean up. Maybe you notice the enemy Ana and Zenyatta are chilling next to one another, minding their own business. Well, coordinating a nade and a dive from characters like Winston, Tracer, or Genji can quickly and easily send this little support duo back to spawn. But this can be used on anyone. Maybe Roadhog is a good distance from any real tangible cover, and he's relying on the big heals from his support line and his own personal kit. Send an anti-nade his way, and before he has time to find any real cover, your team can blow him up, making it a 4v5. Anytime your nade guarantees a death on the opposing side, it's a pretty good thing. Alright, let's go through a quick recap of what we learned. Number 1, brawl or single target. This basically means hit the nade when it's most impactful. Simple, right? Number 2, when enemies are scary. If the enemy is about to go crazy on your team, be ready for it and make sure your teammates had that little bit of extra healing. Number 3, survival. Avoid this if you can, but absolutely a rule to follow when playing Ana. Just stay alive. Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed my list and maybe learned a thing or two about Ana anti-nade priorities. Now go out there and crush every team you go up against with your newfound knowledge. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. If you're staying on YouTube, why not check out my other video, 3 Rules for Ana's Sleep Dart. Or check out this other video.